I ask you a question? So why is it that you see where it is, yeah? You see the Arab world, yeah? It's a bit hypocrites. The Arab world is a bit hypocrites when it comes to the war in Sudan, yeah.
Okay.
So you have the Lebanese have been there's just a war happening in Lebanon, right? But I've never heard people that have a solidarity with the Sudanese people because the Arab
I'm not Arab, but
Hey fam, Gracie here once again. Welcome back to the channel. I am hoping that from wherever you guys are watching this from, you're doing alright and you are amazing. And as always, to people that continuously stay and support the channel, thank you so very much. That really means a lot to me. Yeah, I've been away for a while, but thank God I am back, fully back to business. Yay! And it feels good to be back. But today's video is a very interesting episode where we have a black brother that literally confronted this pro-Palestine lady, asking her why is it that the Palestinians do not care about the suffering of the people in Sudan. Now, this has a lot of twists to it, but I think we will definitely get into that. And I do appreciate the fact that this brother even had the strength and made an effort to actually ask this question, because I think in times when there is stuff that is happening and you are requesting for participation of the black community to fight for you, then we should be given grace to ask certain questions that concern our own people and why some of these people really do not care. I'm not going to say that all of them, but hey, we are going to have to watch this video together and then we will definitely come back and talk about it.
I'll ask you a question. So why is it that you see where it is, yeah? You see the Arab world, yeah? It's a bit hypocrites. The Arab world is a bit hypocrites when it comes to the war in Sudan, yeah.
Okay.
So you have the Lebanese have been there's just a war happening in Lebanon, right? But I've never heard people that have a solidarity with the Sudanese people because the Arab
I'm not Arab, but I'm Muslim and I'm against any kind of atrocities committed anywhere in the world, including Sudan. But if any wrongdoing is being done towards Sudanese people, then I'm with the Sudanese people. Do you understand? I'm with no war, no violence.
The over million, 10 millions, those are right now because of the Arab have flooded weapon into the area to get rid of the population.
That's really bad.
So that you don't hear none of these people right here actually talking about it. So because they know that they are in cahoots with what is going on.
So you need to, how here everybody, because of everything that's happening in Palestine and in Gaza, there are organizations that organize these kind of marches and protests. Now, if you, for example, a Sudanese organization wanted to organize protests and marches, we will attend. We will be here because the Sudanese people are no less than Arabs. Who
runs the country called Sudan? It's them. These people that will organize these marches every day. They are running the country. They're running the banks. The flag itself is the same flag.
Really?
Yeah, because this flag first used in the Sudan and the kingdom of
flag?
The flag that right now you see around
the Palestinian flag.
No, that's a pro-Arab flag. It's not actually that flag. Even if you see it in the Sudan.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what the Sudanese flag looks like, but what I
do a research about that.
I will definitely.
So if you look at the flag, you see the flag. It's called a PLO. The flag was, there's a meeting took place in the Kingdom of Egypt, and that time, which is Sudan. Do you know what I mean? And most of the people that supported the PLO, which is the Palestinian struggle or whatnot, which is in the Sudan today, which is called Egypt.
You're gonna have to put your thoughts in the comment section about this heated conversation because it's very hot and it is very, very interesting. Now, you do have a lot of people that are asking questions that is Sudan, an Arab country, and of course the responses are geographically African country, ethnically Arabs to a bigger percentage, and some others are saying both, but I think what I picked more interest in is this comment right here where someone said, let me see what the comment said right here. Civil war and occupation is not the same thing. So someone put that one, and another person said, I think this is a common comment that I have seen in here, and someone was saying that the brother that is asking this lady and telling her that they are hypocrites is confusing an occupation with a civil unrest or a civil war. Okay, in other words, trying to mean that what is happening in Palestine is someone is literally trying to take over someone's land, but it's an outside force. And you know exactly what I am talking about. Whereas what is happening in Sudan, it is an internal thing, or it's within, or it's literally a certain group within the country that wants to hurt and terrorize their own, because of course of different reasons. There's greed, but I mean, even, you know, all the entire rest of humanity, people have done things to their own because of, again, greed, because of, again, some people want to feel superior, because of, again, some people are just angry to have power and something like that, and that explains the civil internal unrest that is happening in Sudan. However, let's not go so fast, because I feel like there's a deeper, bigger picture. There's a root to this. I'm not going to be ignorant to say that all Palestinians are like this, or they don't, you know, voice their concerns, or they do not stand behind black people. No, that's not true. Actually, you realize that the Muslim nation was very vocal with the civil rights movement, and they stood with black people, and you know, some of the injustices that were happening around that time, even to date, when there's something that is happening, some of them come out to rally and stand behind black people. However, we do have a group of others that will literally silence you whenever you speak about the lives of Sudanese people, whenever you speak about the lives of Congolese people, whenever you speak about the lives of Ethiopians and Somalis people. And that has left the black community broken, because why would you silence me when I have to bring my own people in this entire thing? Do we have people that are more humans than others? Those are some of the questions that this leaves behind. And I don't want you guys to forget, I don't know if you saw a scandal that happened just about, I think, 1.5 months or something like 2 months ago, where this pro-Palestinian lady literally told a black American woman to remove a pro-Palestinian flag out of their bio, because this lady is literally supporting Kamala. And the black community came out strong, and they're like, no, we can still be pro-Palestinians. We can still be behind you. We can still speak for you. We can still raise our voices. But you do not have the right to control our choices. And I think that is very interesting. I think I do agree with that narrative as well. But when it comes to making choices of who the black community wants to vote, you don't have a say in that. They have a right to see who is going to do, you know, something for them, and they choose to vote them. Again, there's different angles that we get to look at in this entire video, because as much as you do have those that identify with the black struggle, but what are they saying to the migrant workers that are literally struggling in their houses? Those that they keep starving, those that they literally aren't alive. There's just a lot that don't get talked about that much. There's one brother that came out to say, do not go to Dubai. This is how they treat your people. Because literally there's lots of black American people that go there, and they get treated really, really bad. And I'm speaking specifically in UAE. But the most interesting part as well, guys, besides the unrest, is basically how you treat our people that lets us know exactly how you feel about us. There's a movie that is on Netflix. I want you to go and check it out. It's called The Goat Life. And this movie exposes how literally these, people in the UAE treat other people that go there as workers. And oh my goodness, that movie sparked a lot of controversy, and it really upsetted them so bad because they do not want to be exposed. So it's the way sometimes you treat our people as well that lets us know how you feel about us, because you cannot be good, you cannot be bad to those that are in your country, and then you're telling us you don't feel the same way. Look at what just happened exactly in Lebanon as well, where literally black people were left stranded to fend for themselves on the streets. They were literally kicked out of the shelters, the safety shelters. Someone waking up just in the morning to realize that the family has literally left, and they have left them behind. But also the most interesting thing that I had to find out is it's not just the West that is sponsoring some of the unrest that are happening in Sudan, but rather even some UAE countries are involved. And that's why my people are coming out right now, and they're saying that if you say you're for us, but what about this that we are seeing? What about our people that we see that are left on the streets, to fend for themselves when they need safety? What about the migrant workers that come to your countries, but when someone comes up with an idea of making a movie, then it upsets you so bad because you want to stay clean and look like you are the good one, and then others are bad. Another issue is how they become very condescending when they are asked such questions, and I'd be like, I care about all lives, and then all of a sudden I am not Arab, I am Muslim or what. But my thing is, you don't have to be Arab to care for the suffering of others. And yes, you're saying that you care for all lives and you are against oppression, but hey, there's a scripture in the Bible that says that we will see them by the fruits they bear. Therefore, we as a black community, we are going to see you by the fruits that you bear. If you silence our people when it comes to them talking about the issues that are affecting their own people, or when they make a choice and be like, this is the person that I want to vote for, then you silence them and you're like, all of a sudden, then they are not for you. That's very, very questionable. Again, you do not have to be anything for you to care about the suffering of others. You just have to be human to care about the suffering of others and act just like there are so many songs that are produced on behalf of your people, not just by your people that are doing it, but rather even our own people, right? Yeah, same effort should be applied so that we reciprocate the same energy when it comes to speaking about the injustices that are happening in your community. But do not expect us to literally abandon our own and come to fight for you. I mean, let's see the bigger picture of this entire thing. When you look at back in the history, one of the things that does not get talked about that much is the oppression and slavery that black people faced at the hands of the Arabs. Because before the European was here, yes, there was an Arab man that was literally trying to buy people from Africa and taking them to their land. Some of them, they use them for different things as workers. Some of them use them for, sex, right? Some of them literally mutilated the men because they didn't want to produce. They didn't want them to produce. When you come to think about it, you do not see a lot of a bigger black population in those countries. But yet, history tells us that these people were also involved in slave trade. So you ask yourself, what happened to the Afro-Arabian population, right? So those are some of the things that do not get talked about that much as people want to come out and defend them and be like, oh, they came here with fair trade and something. There's still more that happened that is not uncovered, that does not get talked about that much. In fact, it pains me and it breaks my heart whenever we have to bring and talk about the lives of our people and then someone guilt trips us. It's like, oh, there's an invasion that is happening and you're talking about a civil unrest? Excuse you? When people, I have been in Congo and I have seen things and I have heard things, stories of children 9 years telling you they saw their mom being whatever, grabbed, right? I have seen those kids saying, I saw my father being slit. I saw that. And this kid is crying because they are traumatized. So that is why I said, whenever we bring and talk about issues that are affecting us as a group, someone wants to guilt trip you and tell you there is someone that is more of a person than you are. I thought all of you are against oppression. So I'm speaking specifically to the group that silences Black people when they speak about the issues that are happening in the Black community. When we speak about, Congo, when we speak about Sudan, when we speak about Somalia, when we speak about Ethiopia, when we are speaking about Chad, when we are speaking about Cameroon, when we are speaking about Haiti. And I think this is something that has been normalized, that the pain of a Black person is normal. It's normal. Someone will be like, oh, this is a performance. We are putting a performance when you literally find a 4-year-old with an STI. I know you're going to be like, these are people that are just within their own countries and, they are just killing themselves, they are unaliving themselves, they are fighting each other. This one is a Zionist that is trying to come and take over what belongs to us. What is the difference? What is the difference between this? Because I told you there is a bigger picture to everything that we are seeing today, right? The same Zionist movement that wants to conquer the world, that wants to conquer Palestine, it's the same agenda behind what the Western nations are hiding. And that's why they keep actually supplying weapons to these internal groups to make sure they keep destabilizing, because if they keep destabilizing, then they are going to get wealth and resources and minerals and all of that. So the bigger picture is, when colonialism began and this entire whatever of, struggle, power and all of that, and they said, we are leaving you in peace, you can have this, guess what they left behind? They left two groups. They supported a certain group to fight against each other, and when they left, these two groups had to coexist with each other. And you think just because there's independence and the white man is leaving, therefore there's gonna be peace, when you have literally, they started a bigger picture of what is happening in these different countries. And they did not just stop on that. They still come through the windows and support these groups. So that's why the brother is like, you guys are hypocrites, because the Sudanese, they have the same flag as you guys. It literally is a flip that this whatever is on a different side and the other one is, but it's literally the same colors, right? But then you don't know, you're not vocal, you're not as vocal. You're not as vocal when it comes to them as you are when it comes to your own issues. If you are pro-peace, if you are pro-life, if you are pro-freedom, if you are pro-whatever, as long as you are pro-something good, right? I think you should feel the same way when the other rest of the groups are oppressed. It's not just you alone. You should be as equally involved when it comes to other people as well, because that is what you require of us. The reason as to why some of these people silence us is because they want us to speak about their lives when we do have problems and issues of our own people. So do not be hypocrites. At the end of the day, this affects all of us because we are all humans, right? You're gonna have to put your thoughts in the comment section and subscribe to the channel if you have not, and you will have to let me see you in another amazing video. My name is Gracie and I love you. Bye.